Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wayne Hills High School, where the sun is up, the temperature is down, but we are ready for a great day of soccer, where the Wayne Hills Patriots are getting ready to take on the Indian Hills soccer team. To my right is Cody Chrusciel. Cody, a little insight on today's game?
Indian Hills, the Braves lost 9 seniors last year. They're in a rebuilding year, but it should still be a good game.
Yes, Indian Hills is in a rebuilding year as of now. They have 2 wins. They lost a lot of seniors last year, actually, I believe 9. So, and on the flip side is Wayne Hills, who is having a decent year. You consider it a little bit of disappointment. They have, I think, 6 wins and 3 losses on the year. They have a couple solid seniors, which would include Ima Asmani, who is probably one of the better players on this team.
Yes, that is correct. Also, Gimme Palinci.
And in goal is Chris McHugh, I believe, the junior goalkeeper.
Chris McHugh, a junior, getting a chance to start this year. So far has looked pretty good in goal for the Patriots.
Today, if I had to say one person has to step up, well, as a whole, it would probably have to be this defense because, as we all know, Asmani is a solid striker coming up the field. So as long as he can knock a couple goals under his belt and the defense steps up, Wayne Hills should be able to win, but you never know what's going to happen.
Never know. It should be a good game as both of the teams are taking the field.
And we'd like to take this moment right now to mention the next Wayne Hills football game will be next Friday, October 17th, against Old Tapan. It's going to be a tough game. What do you think is going to happen?
Patriots football team starting to turn it around now. Started off a little shaky, but looked. I mean, they only gave up 14 points against Mainland, the 5th-ranked team in the state, Justin.
Yes, that is correct. And also this past weekend, a big coaching move by Coach Olson, putting Andrew Bucci at tailback, who had a monster game rushing for 250 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's probably going to stick with him now, get the winning ways back again. And now the Indian Hills Braves take the field, as it appears they will begin with the ball. So the game will start with number 6, Keith Jacobson, a senior. And this game is underway as Indian Hills takes possession and kicks it back to their side of the field. Number 6, once again, Jacobson controlling the ball, but Mike DeMauro kicks it out of bounds, and it's going to be Indian Hills' ball. As number 12 is getting ready to throw it in, which would be Graham Gold.
So now it'll be McMahon throwing it in.
And Indian Hills steals possession of the ball right there, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be Wayne Hills' ball. No, wait, Indian Hills' ball. And the throw in upfield, still controlled by Indian Hills. Wayne Hills steals possession as Kunze kicks it up the field, and it is now controlled by Asmani, trying to make something happen by himself as he kicks it to the other side of the field, back to DeMoro, who is trying to set something up. He fakes out number 6, Jacobson, sending him to the ground, and now Hosoffel will kick it up the field. And Hills might have something going here, but it is cleared by the Indian Hills defender, number 24, Chris Cipriani.
So it'll be Cora Reichart for Hills throwing it in.
Ball bouncing around right now, currently changing possession back and forth, and Indian Hills kicks it out of bounds. Number 9, Kevin Kunze, getting ready to start play up again with a high arching throw-in. But Indian Hills takes it back. But there's Alfano kicking it towards the goal. But the keeper comes up with it.
Keeper will kick it up the field, and it'll be controlled by Indian Hills.
Hosoffel takes possession and tries to clear it, but number 15, with a great play right there, Matt Vanella. And Indian Hills will have it stolen.
That'll be out of bounds, it appears, on Indian Hills.
Indian Hills, it appears, will have a free kick, I think. Not quite sure what the stoppage right here is. And it is a kick, as Indian Hills will try to lob it up in the area of the goal and try to get a header in, take the early lead. And here is the cross. Very well placed, but the goalkeeper,
Chris McHugh,
with a great save. It was a very good kick right there, sending it right into the
great
goal.
Save.
A penalty right there by Indian Hills on number 11, Chris McMahon. And Wayne Hills quickly restarting up to DeMoro. Kicks it back to number
Reichart.
5, Corey Reichart.
Here's Polinsi, number 7.
Alfano sends it in towards the goal and overflies it, and there will be a goal kick. Cody, what are your thoughts so far early in this match?
So far, it's just kind of going back and forth, trying to establish the pace.
Possession is teeter-tottering back and forth right now as Osmani controls it, but has it poked away. And the Braves will try to get something going here up the left side of the field. Number 15 with some nifty moves right there. He's in the open field, and he still has possession. He crosses it, but it is cleared by Wayne Hills' defense. Once again, Indian Hills trying to get something going, but kicks it out of bounds, and there will be a goal kick.
So this will be Brian Holzapfel kicking it in.
And he sends it flying near the midline, where Alfano will try to head it back to Reichart, but it will go out of bounds. And the Braves will once again take possession. Or, actually, Wayne Hills will take possession. It looked like it went out on the Patriots, but maybe a hometown call right there.
Ball back in Wayne Hills territory.
DeMoro with a nice send up field to Alfano. And there's Osmani with a little shove, and he's going to get the call right there.
So it'll be Indian Hills ball. That'll be number 3, Keith Olson, the senior, kicking it in.
And it is easily controlled by the goalkeeper right there. Not much of a scoring opportunity right there. And the ball bouncing around in the middle of the field as it's finally headed up. But once again, back in the middle of the field. Pretty much a stalemate right now. Neither team really getting anything going. The only real scoring chance so far has been the nicely placed free kick for Indian Hills earlier in the game.
That'll be a penalty on somebody. It looks like Polinsi from Wayne Hills.
And we will have another kick by the Indian Hills Braves. And he sends it in the area of the goal, but the goalkeeper not able to control it, and it is easily tapped into the goal by number 20, Jack Kern. And on that play, you saw the goalkeeper for Hills, Chris McHugh, come out of the goal, not able to control it, and that was just a mental blunder right there by the Patriots. And the Braves capitalized to get an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, McHugh came out of the goal, and there was just 3 Indians back there and kicked it in.
Looked like he was going to control it, but it bounced right off his chest, right to the feet of an Indian Hills player. As Osmani sends it up, maybe trying to catch the goalie off guards, but he easily controls it, and he's going to get ready to send it back upfield. The ball bounces around, and Indian Hills tries to control it, but Kunzig sends it back up the field. And Indian Hills does the same. Indian Hills once again looking like they have something going, but DeMoro will recover in time and send it up to Reichart. Now Corey Reichart has it stolen, but Kunzig right there to recover. And the Braves will kick it out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Patriots.
So this will be Kevin Kunzig throwing it in for the Patriots. Ball kicked by Reichart. Here is Alfano.
Put right in front of Andy Alfano, but a great defensive play by the Braves there, robbing Alfano of a scoring opportunity. And there is number 15 again, who would be Matt Vanilla. Braves restart the game with the throw-in, and Hosoffel, it appears, gets over in time to clear the ball. And violation on the play. It appeared on the throw-in, the Braves player must have stepped on the line, so that's a violation. And it will be Wayne Hills Patriots ball. As Alfano has it under control, and he's got one man to beat in front of him, and he sends it up, but it will be an offsides call.
Ball's really been in the Indian Hills zone most of this time, but the score 1-0 Braves.
I'm talking to a lot of soccer fans. They'll tell you that offsides penalty is, very questionable. Usually at the hands of the ref, it usually causes controversy. There's no clear definition of offsides, but you see it a lot, and it kills a lot of scoring opportunities. And Cody is speechless as Indian Hills sends it up the field, but Osmani with a nifty kick back to his teammate Mike Garrity. And the Patriots will retain possession, passing it around amongst themselves. And here's DeMoro trying to keep it in bounds, and he does very nicely right there. And he sends it back to the left side of the field, but it cannot be chased down, and it will be the Braves ball. And once again, another throw-in for the Braves.
Throwing in will be number 5, Brad Montalbano.
Montalbano. The ball currently changing possessions amongst both teams as the Braves tap it out of bounds. And so possession to the Patriots as it goes to number 7, Gimme Palinci. And the Braves intercept it in the Patriots side of the field, and they kick it up into the goal box, but nothing doing right there as the Patriots recover. But the Braves, once again with the ball, sends it up towards the goal, but misses wide right, and that will be a goal kick for the Wayne Hills Patriots. So early in this game, it seems the Braves are really controlling it right now. Hills hasn't really had many scoring opportunities, while Indian Hills has had at least 3 decent opportunities at a goal once coming through.
Yeah, the only real shot on goal for the Patriots went over.
And here's Alfano heading it back to DeMoro, who sends it up near Osmani, who tries to run it down, but Indian Hills defense is all over it right there, sending it back up the field. And number 6, Keith Jacobson, trying to get it away from DeMoro, but unsuccessful. As Garrity currently controls it, sends it up near the goal, but once again it appears like it's going to be cleared, and Wayne Hills will not have a corner kick, or will they? They will. It did go out on Indian Hills.
So it looks like it'll be Corey Reichart with the corner kick for Hills.
So right here, a great opportunity to tie this game up at 1 with a corner kick approaching. Reichert lobs it up in the air near the goal. And number 7, Gimme Palinci, tried to head it in, but missed wide, and Indian Hills recovers and sends it upfield as the ball tiptoes along the line, but finally curves out. And Wayne Hills will have a throw-in.
So it looks like Andrew Cuevas, the freshman, and Paul Nito, the junior, are in the game for the Patriots.
Alfano trying to get something going right now with his team down 1, but Indian Hills defense has been stellar so far. They haven't really allowed any scoring opportunities as of now. And here you see once again able to successfully clear the ball. But the Patriots have possession again, running up the left side of the field. and it is kicked out of bounds off of Patriots player. So the Braves will throw it in. The ball headed around a couple times right there, but Kunzig trying to get possession, kicks it out to Reichert, and eventually gets to Osmani, who controls it on the bottom of your screen. And here comes Reichert down the right side. Looked like he might have had something, but number 12, Graham Gould, able to recover in time with a great defensive stop. Oh, and Reichert went high in the air, and he came down on his head. He appears to be hurt. That didn't look very good at all. He came down really hard on the back of his head. He appears to be a little woozy right there, talking to the official. And the Patriots will have to bring in a sub.
Looks like they're calling Coach Graham out to look at Reichert.
Reichert working under his own power, so he looks like he's going to be okay, but not sure if he'll have to come out right now, but it was a valiant effort after the ball right there, but he paid the price for it. Indian Hills getting ready for the kick as play does resume, and they send it upfield past midfield, but a host of Wayne Hills players ready to get it back up to Osmani, who is not able to trap it. But Wayne Hills is able to keep possession on their side, trying to get something going, sending it into the goalie box, but once again this Braves defense recovers and sends it up the field, but Hosoffel is able to recover, as that could have been a breakaway right there for the Braves.
So the Braves just clearing anything that gets into their goalie box, not really giving Wayne Hills a chance to score.
Yeah, they got up early, 1-0, and now it seems they're kind of in a drop-back mode. They don't have anyone on the attacking side of the field, actually. It seems like they drop back everyone behind midfield, trying to play defense, trying to keep the ball out of the goal, since they do have the lead, and you only need one to win. So DeMoro controlling the ball, sending it up towards Garrity, who isn't looking, but Osmani gets his back and sends it towards the middle of the field, where the Braves will not be able to clear it. But it will be Braves ball.
So Montalbano throws it in, and another violation.
So not a lot of action since that goal early in the game. It just seems like the ball's going back and forth along midfield, and not really much to talk about right now.
No, not really.
Just sitting back enjoying the surprisingly nice weather we have right now.
Yeah, it's been a little warmer than the last couple days. The sun's out. It hasn't really rained in a couple days, which is a nice change.
And if you've been looking at the weather forecast, it's supposed to be in the 70s for the next 3 days, so some good weather finally coming over the skies of Wayne, New Jersey. And back to the action on the field. Wayne Hills with the long throw in to Osmani, who takes control, sends it back.
That'll be Andrew Cuevas.
And DeMoro currently with the ball, looking for someone to send it up to. And he puts it in the direction of the goal. But the header is won by the Braves, who try to clear it and not able to, though, as it appears Kunzig will currently have the ball, but kicks it out, and the Braves will get the ball back.
So anytime the Patriots get into the Indian Hills zone, they've been kicking it out of bounds, and Indian Hills has been getting the ball back.
It's been a really easy day for the Braves goalkeeper right now, sitting back enjoying the action. So Hosoffel is able to kick it back up, but the Braves send it back up, and there it goes again. So the ball just teeter-tottering back and forth. I've used that word a couple times now. It's really the only way to describe the action right now.
That'll be headed out of bounds by Indian Hills, and Nitto will throw it in to Osmani.
So Indian Hills tries to clear it, but 3 Wayne Hills players surround the ball and kick it back up into the Indian Hills side of the field. But Indian Hills does the same to Wayne Hills, as number 15, juggling it with his chest, gets it past Hosoffel, and he has a clear shot at the goal, but sends it low to the ground, and DeMoro is able to get in the path of the ball. And the ball travels out of bounds, and there will be a corner kick for the Indian Hills Braves. So a golden opportunity to go up 2-0 right now. And that would be a big deficit to come back from, especially this early in the game, when Indian Hills could easily score more and more and put this game out of reach.
Yeah, Chris McHugh, the Wayne Hills goaltender, really needs to step it up here. Hasn't played bad so far.
We saw him make a great save on a similar kick earlier in the game, but this time he won't have to, as the kick travels along the ground and the shot is wide of the goal. And Hosoffel will take the goal kick and try to clear the ball out of his zone.
Hosoffel kicks it to midfield. That'll be headed by an Indian Hills player. Warfield takes control of it. Kicks up to Nitto. Headed by Indian Hills back into the
There's
Wayne
that
Hills
stellar
zone.
Indian Hills defense again, not allowing anything even close to their goal. And here comes, it appears like he's going to beat Kunzig down the side, but Kunzig really getting into it there, not going to be beaten. And the ball goes out of bounds. But Indian Hills will keep possession, so still with a great chance to try and get something going here.
Chris Lynch, number 2 for Indian Hills, has just been all over the place today.
And a couple subs for the Indian Hills Braves come into the game. Cody, could you inform us of who those are? No, you can't. And Indian Hills nearly scoring right there, just hit the top crossbar. And like they say, the post is the goalie's best friend. Right there you see that. Indian Hills a couple inches away from taking a 2-0 lead.
So this will be an Indian Hills throw-in.
And Indian Hills sends it near the goalie, but McMichael? No.
Chris McHugh.
McHugh. Knew there was a Mick in there somewhere. McHugh comes out and easily controls the ball. And now Indian Hills will desperately try to get something going on offense, as their offense has really been non-existent so far. Kunzig, thinking of what he's going to do to his defender, just drops it off to Reichart, who gives it back to Kunzig on the give and go. But he collides with the Indian Hills player, but no call on the play, as Kunzig is desperately trying to do it himself and finally gives it back up to Reichart, who is not able to get anything going.
Still, I like that strategy by Wayne Hills. Nothing fancy, just try to get the ball with a good position to shoot.
So Kunzig will throw it in, looking for Osmani, who controls it with his chest, and being heavily guarded on the sideline. And now Alfano comes out with the ball, but the Braves defense once again coming up strong. Now Hosoffel sending it up to Osmani, who can't win the head ball. And now the Braves seem like they might have something going here, but Kunzig is right there to deny any pass in the middle of the field. So the Braves are forced to kick it in the corner, where it will go out of bounds, and Wayne Hills will have the ball. And here's Hosoffel taking the goal kicks today. This appears looking for Osmani, who heads it forward, but there is that Braves defense again. Just like a brick wall so far today. Nothing has gotten by them at all. The only shot on goal, I don't even know if it was a shot on goal, was when Osmani kicked it from midfield out of bounds wide right. So this defense is really the early MVP so far in this game.
Yeah, really the entire defense for Indian Hills has just been stellar today. They haven't really let anything past them.
And the ball comes flying near Mr. Hoekstrait, our technical director, who is now running after it at full speed. And he recovers, and he is currently the Wayne Hills hero because no one on this offense is really doing anything.
Yeah, you got to love that hustle.
And the visiting fans did not appreciate that call, as Wayne Hills will control the ball. DeMoro getting ready for the free kick, directing his players where to go, trying to set up something. Still not sure what he wants to do. Finally sends it upfield, right to an Indian Hills defender, who heads it out of bounds. Wayne Hills with the quick restart, but he stepped on the line in haste, made waste. So the ball being bounced around between Indian Hills players, and Kunzig is able to take it back for his team, dribbling upfield, trying to do something himself, but it's taken away, and taken away by the Patriots. And nothing really going on right here, but Wayne Hills comes out of the pile with the ball, as Osmani is not able to get past his defender. Correct that was Alfano. If he was able to get by that last man, he would have had a shot at the goal, but it wasn't to be, as the Braves defense is just not allowing anything.
Braves defense is just so quick out there. Any head ball, they're winning.
So the Braves trying to get something started, but unable to, as the ball is saved by Wayne Hills. And Alfano is streaking down the right sideline as he beats one man, tries to beat another, but the Braves with some good help defense right there, clearing the ball out of the goal box. But DeMoro controlling, giving it to Osmani, who gives it back to DeMoro, currently looking to do something, gives it to
Cuevas.
Not Alfano.
Andrew Cuevas.
He streaks towards the back sideline. He had DeMoro in front of the goal, who was not able to do anything.
So that one kicked out of bounds by Indian Hills, and it'll be Corey Reichart throwing it in. Reichart throws it to Chilowitz, who kicks it up, headed by Indian Hills. Alfano will take it for Wayne Hills. I'm sorry, not Alfano, Osmani.
And there's Alfano with a nifty trap, kicks it to his left, kicks it back to the middle of the field, but nothing going on for the Wayne Hills offense. But they're able to keep the ball on the Indian Hills side of the field. So right now, they are controlling the ball very well. They're just not getting any shots on goal. And right here, it looks like Patriots might have something, but he kind of whiffed on the kick a little. Didn't get as much power as he wanted. Indian Hills takes advantage and sends it back upfield. So DeMoro controlling it, kicking it back to his goalkeeper, and the Patriots will reset.
So here's Nitto with the ball, and he will kick it up. Kicked by an Indian Hills player back to the Patriots side.
That ball is blasted all the way back to the goalie as DeMoro gives it back to his goalkeeper. So a great clear right there. The ball was bombed more than half the field back to the Wayne Hills goalie. It's Corey Reichert giving it to Alfano, who beats two men and keeps it in bounds, beats a third man, but loses possession of the ball as it's kicked back to Tomorrow, who nicely gives it to Osmani, but it takes a bad spin away from him as he's looking for someone upfield. Jukes out one man, sends it back to Warfield on the other side. So here's Warfield looking for someone to pass to, but can't find anyone, and right there is just a microcosm of today's game. It looked like the Patriots were going to get something going, but that defense just steps in and denies them.
Every time they have anything going, the Indian Hills defense just steps up big, and they can't really get anything going.
So right now, if you're just tuning in, the score is 1-0 in favor of the Indian Hills Braves. So far, the story of this game has been the defense of the Indian Hills Braves, who have not allowed one shot on goal so far.
Stay ball.
Osmani fakes out his man, goes towards the middle, and with a great cross to the middle, Patriots with a scoring opportunity, as Alfano currently controls it, but kicks it into a sea of Braves defenders who clear it out of the goal box but cannot clear it past midfield, as they're giving a valiant effort to get it out, and they finally will. But Gimme is right there to keep the ball with the Patriots, as Osmani with a slide tackle there, and he's going to be called for a foul right there. And he will get a yellow card. That's like soccer's version of a warning right there. He gets another one, he's out of the game.
Yeah, I believe that was the second penalty on Alfano. Keep calling him Alfano. Ahmed Osmani.
And there is a substitution right now as number 13 for the Patriots.
13, Fabian Kegelman checks into the game as Osmani will take a seat.
And the Braves lose possession. Reichert gives it to DeMoro, who will look to quickly throw it back in. Back to Hosoffel. And Hosoffel really just sending it up the field, hoping the ball will bounce Wayne Hill's way. So Gimme Palinci sends it up the field as number 8, Mike Garrity, tries to run it down but is unsuccessful, as the ball will go out of bounds on the Braves. So Warfield will get ready to throw it back in.
Ball back to Warfield, who will kick it to Holzaffel in their zone.
So DeMoro had number 12, Alex Chilowitz, streaking, who then gave it back to Alfano, who was unable to get anything going in. Once again, that Braves defense clears the ball, and it will be sent back to Chris McHugh. And Wayne Hills really needs to try and get something going here on offense. McHugh once again with the ball sent back to him, kicks it down to Mike Garrity, who gives it back to Hosaffel. And there is Garrity with the ball. Wayne Hills currently passing him on themselves quite nicely, but that kick is intercepted by number 20, Jack Kern. And once again, McHugh will control it, and he punts it down towards midfield, where once again the Patriots win the head ball.
So throw it in, headed by Kegelman. Indian Hills will take possession of it. Kicking it upfield, headed by Palinci. To Alfano. Alfano limping a little bit after that play. Appears to be maybe his ankle.
That's what it looks like right now. He's limping a little on one of his legs, but he's going to stay in the game. He's a warrior. And a couple head balls right there, and the outcome will be Braves ball. And once again, the ball is kicked near the area of McHugh, but DeMoro will opt to take it, and he gives it up to Alex Chilowitz.
So DeMoro will throw it into Palinci. Kicked up in the air, headed by Indian Hills to Chilowitz. Chilowitz with control, kicking it to the middle of the field. Taken control of by Alfano.
Softer, John, softer. Come on.
Cuevas to Reichart.
And it looked like the Patriots might have had something going there, but the defense, again, is there, able to deny anything. And now it looks like the Braves are breaking towards the Wayne Hills goalie. And we'll try to get something going along the right sideline, but Hozoff will have none of that as he takes it away. But just as that happens, the Braves get the ball back again, but DeMoro kicks it back up.
Wayne Hill's defense today really not playing that bad. I mean, the ball's just been in their zone a lot. They've done a good job clearing it, but what more can they do?
Yeah, the only goal so far was when McHugh was unable to catch the fly ball, I guess you can, the kick. Let's start that over. The only goal started when McHugh was unable to catch the ball, and it bounced off his chest right at the feet of an Indian Hills player who just tapped it in, and that's where we are right now in this 1-0 game.
So DeMoro with control of the ball, kicks it to Alfano. Alfano dribbling it around, falls down. Indian Hills picks it off. Sent back up the field. Holzaffel will kick it to Warfield. Warfield is set.
Now the Patriots look like they have something going as the ball is sent up to Alfano, but the Braves are able to head it out. But Garrity gets control of it as the Patriots will not let the ball clear that easily. And the Braves player hits the deck, and it will be a free kick for the Braves. And quickly kicking it back up, wasting no time right there. But the Patriots are ready for it as they kick it out of bounds to the left sideline.
So here's Holzaffel to kick it away. Kick to DeMoro. DeMoro up to Palinci. Ball now controlled by Indian Hills.
Help him out.
So, number 15, Matt Vanella, able to control it along the left side of the field. Kicked it up the left sideline beautifully, but Wayne Hills was there to recover, and now Hozoffel controls it, faking out one man, kicking up to Alfano. Gives it back to Hozoffel on the run. Kicks it into the goal area, and Alfano desperately trying to keep it back there, but number 8, Tani Hoy, whatever. Garrity all alone in the middle of the field, sending it up, but nothing happening. But Garrity once again has it, trying to get something going as he once again controls it down the left sideline, gives it to Warfield, who will try for the cross, but The defense was all over him, not giving him any breathing room as the ball was finally cleared.
This will be a penalty on Wayne Hills.
And there will be a corner kick for the Indian Hills Braves.
Indian Hills Braves, the Wayne Hills Patriots. It's getting confusing with all these hills.
So the Braves will try to put this in the area of the goalkeeper and hope to get a lucky bounce and take a 2-0 lead.
This is me number 14, it appears, for Indian Hills. John Gould, corner kick.
Gould.
John Gould.
But that corner kick unsuccessful as it turned away from the goal, and it will be Wayne Hill's ball as they get ready for the kick.
Pulls Apple up to Reichart.
And number 8 comes out of nowhere to pick that ball off, and now it appears the Braves with a very good scoring chance here, just the goalie to beat, and he puts it in the left corner of the goal. And that would be Matt Vanilla, who we've heard his name called many times before, but that is his first goal of the game, and now the Braves with a very convincing 2-0 lead. So Vanilla with some very nifty moves up there, faking out one man, and he had only the goalie to beat, and he kicked it left, the goalie went right, and it's 2-0. Wayne Hills trying to get a goal before the half starts, but kick it out of bounds, and the Braves possess the ball, but stolen away by the Patriots. Up to Alfano, who might have something going, but stolen away as this defense is not letting up at all.
Wayne Hills is going to have to try to get something going, down 2-0. Especially with the Indian Hills defense playing the way they are. It's not letting anything get through. They're like a brick wall, like you said before.
Good job, Keith. Good hustle.
Now Wayne Hills trying to lob it up in a scoring zone. They can't get it by them. Why not kick it over them? And that's what they're doing right now, as Alfano with possession, going around in a circle, trying to keep possession as he sends it near the goal, but the Braves are there to clear it.
Braves, just every time they clear the ball, it's just a great kick.
So as this first half is winding down, the score is 2-0 in favor of the Braves, and the Wayne Hills Patriots offense has just looked very anemic. And there is the whistle to signal the end of the first half as the score is 2-0. But as I am informed by the fans, this half is winding down, and we should be going into intermission very soon.
Appears to be number 6, Keith Jacobson, the senior for Indian Hills, who will walk off on his own. So number 9, Chris Piccoli, will replace him.
And Wayne Hills, knowing not much time is left, desperately needs to try and notch a goal here, because 2-0 down at halftime is not something you want to have in your face. And there was a great ball in the area of the goal, and Hills will have another scoring opportunity, but the goalie beautifully gets up in the air, knocks it down with his right hand, and he just robbed Wayne Hills of a goal right there.
Really the best opportunity Wayne Hills has had today, and just a great play by the goalie to stop him. So we come to the end of the
So,
first half.
right there, Mike Sullivan with one of the better plays we saw here in this first half, showing great leaping ability, knocking the ball down with his right hand, keeping this Wayne Hills team off the board. So going into halftime, the score is 2-0, and we will be back at the beginning of the second half. And we're back here at Wayne Hills High School. In case you're just tuning in, Wayne Hills Patriots are currently down to the hands of the Indian Hills Braves by a score of 2-0. Cody, any thoughts on the first half?
Indian Hills dominating defense, really the story of the first half. I mean, basically just like a brick wall. They couldn't get anything going.
So play is resuming as the Patriots running into that brick wall known as the Braves defense once again. Here's Warfield trying to get something going up the left side, kicks it up to Garrity, but overshoots him, and it will be a goal kick.
Basically the same lineup for the Patriots as they had in the first half, with the exception of Greg DeMarco, freshman in, number 23.
Finger brother of Mike DeMarco.
We will get the pronunciation right by the end of the day.
Hopefully. Vanilla trying to do something, but gets it stolen away, and there's Garrity also getting it stolen away, as Garrity will get ready to throw it back in, starting play quickly, as Osmani unable to hold on to the ball, and it will go out of bounds. So Gimme in the middle of the field, controlling the ball, trying to put on a couple moves, passes it off to one of his teammates on the far side of your screen, who sends it up near the goal, trying to get something going. But there's the goalkeeper once again, robbing Wayne Hills of another scoring opportunity. Mike Sullivan, the goalkeeper for the Braves, have been solid all day long, only facing about 3 shots, but doing a great job on all 3 of them.
So you have to wonder what's wrong with Corey Roykard. Looks like he might have injured his ankle in the first half, and he's not out there to start the second half.
Mentioned Corey's name a few times in the first half. Maybe one of the bright spots for Wayne Hills. Tried to get a couple scoring opportunities going, but just couldn't get by the defense. So the Braves will get ready for the goal kick after the ball sailed out of bounds.
This will be number 3, Keith Olson, the senior for Indian Hills. Ball headed around a couple times. This will be Chilowitz taking control, and this looks like it could be an opportunity for the Patriots. Chilowitz taking it down the middle of the field.
And Chilowitz able to keep control after being bumped a few times, but the ball will go out on the Braves, so Patriots will have a corner kick.
Nice play by number 14, John Gould, the senior for the Braves.
So the Patriots really need to get something going on this corner kick to get back in the game.
This will be number 13, Fabian Kiegelman. Corner kick. Up by the goal. Low kick. Taken by DeMauro.
So he overflew all of his teammates as it went down to the left sideline, and the Braves have no problem getting it out of the area. So Osmani with a full head of steam trying to steal the ball away, but he taps it out of bounds, so it will be another goal kick for the Braves. So early on in the first 5 minutes of this half, it's been different half, same story for the Braves. Their defense is just shutting down the Patriots. So Gimme will control the ball in the middle of the field, looking for one of his teammates, and can't find anyone as kicks it up, and it's kicked back towards Hosoffel. So the Patriots passing him on themselves as currently Warfield controls the ball, gives it to Chilowitz, who's all alone in the middle of the field, and drops it off to number 15.
Andrew Cuevas.
So the Patriots looking for something in the middle of the field, but once again, there's the goalkeeper coming up big.
Indian Hills goalkeeper, senior Mike Sullivan, just any kick, he's just getting up to get it.
So he's currently 4 for 4 on any shots that have been taken at him. And after a penalty on Wayne Hills, the Indian Hills Braves will have a free kick.
Number 3, Keith Olson will kick it to the middle of the field, down by the goal.
Patriots headed out of the goal box, but not quite able to clear it, as the Braves are able to keep it down there, but the ball is sent back near the area of Brian Hosoffel, but he will let it go out of bounds, and the goal kick is upcoming for the Wayne Hills Patriots.
This will be Holzaffel taking the goal kick. Holzaffel, nice kick over the head of Cuevas, just over his head.
So it bounces over everyone's head right there, as the Patriots have a chance for something as it goes out of bounds off a Braves player. So now Osmani controlling it, lofting it up towards Garrity, who is unable to get anything going as it's stolen away. And now Hosoffel will look to make something happen as he sends it back to DeMoro. DeMoro still with the ball, sends it up to Garrity, who's unable to control it. But the goalie right there, nearly letting up a goal, but recovered in time to cover up the ball.
Good move falling on it there. You don't want, it's only a 2-0 lead. In a 1-point game, anything can happen. It was just a smart move there. Keep the game where it is.
Seems the Patriots, whenever they get a chance to do something, the goalie comes up big, robbing them of any opportunity.
Pulincy with the ball to the middle of the field, headed by Kegelman. Indian Hills kicks it back.
So currently the Patriots are controlling possession of the ball, but just not doing anything with it. So Chilowitz currently with the ball, kicks it up to number 15, who was looking to make something happen, putting on a few moves, gives it to Osmani in the middle of the box, fakes out one man, and it's just saved by the goalie, taps it left of the goal as it goes out of bounds, but Wayne Hills will have a corner kick.
So another nice save by the Indian Hills goalie, Mike Sullivan.
Osmani looked like he had the keeper faked out, but he just outstretched his hand out just far enough to tap that ball wide of the goal. But now the Patriots with an opportunity to put one on the board with a corner kick as it gets through everyone, but not a very good shot. Just lofts it up softly, and Sullivan is able to put it under his arms for the save. And violation right there by the Patriots as the Braves will have a free kick.
Ayman Osmani not really happy with that call. This will be headed in the middle of the field by Holzaffel. Over to DeMoro. So Chris Lynch will throw it in. Overthrows the Indian Hills player. Headed out of bounds by Indian Hills.
So Wayne Hills quickly throwing it into Osmani, who gets it taken away. So in the beginning of this game, we were informed that the Braves are in a rebuilding mode this year, but they don't look it right now. They're in clear control of this game right now, leading the Patriots 2-0.
Yeah, like we said before, 9 seniors leaving, but the underclassmen are stepping up big. Just look very, very quick.
And a couple of seniors are carrying the load, including senior goalie Mike Sullivan.
Once again, Sullivan right in there.
So Sullivan will watch on as his teammate takes the goal kick and sends it up near midfield as the Patriots control the kick. Hosoffel saves it from going out of bounds, but the Braves take back the ball. Braves looking to get something going here as the player breaks towards the left sideline, but it goes out of bounds, and the Patriots will have possession of the ball.
Speed DeMoro throwing it in to Cuevas, number 15. Nice kick to DeMoro. Headed by number 20 for Indian Hills. Chilowitz comes in. Kegelman will kick it to Warfield. Warfield kicks it upfield.
Oh, and Chilowitz takes a shot to the face right there, but he will bounce right back up, and Hills quickly restarts, trying to catch the Braves off guard a little. But there's Sullivan, scoops it up, and another opportunity dead.
Basically the story of today's game, great play by the Indian Hills defense and a few missed opportunities by the Wayne Hills offense. Really have to give a lot of credit to the Indian Hills goaltender also.
Yeah, Sullivan and that defense as a whole has really been the MVP today. There's no doubt about it. You also heard people like Jack Kern and Matt Vanella, who scored the 2 goals for Indian Hills, 2 underclassmen, 2 juniors. But really, this defense has just been key. The ball bouncing around between both teams as the Patriots currently control possession, sending it up to Osmani, who has it taken away. And number 13, Tommy Sinio, nearly had a shot for a breakaway, but was stolen away by Warfield, and now the ball goes out of bounds off the Patriots, and the Braves will have another goalie kick. And these Patriots players really look dejected. They're walking around with their hands on their hips, not really looking into it right now. Almost looks like they think this game is over.
Yeah, I mean, with the way this Indian Hills defense is playing, down 2-0, it seems like 4 or 5-0. And if they want to get something done, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, but you never know what could happen. One goal could easily spring the Patriots back into this game. Then it would have a very important factor on their side, momentum.
Momentum is key.
Sullivan easily gets control of that high lofting kick, and he will send it upfield over everyone's head as number 15 will run under it, which would be Matt Vanella. And he's streaking down the right sideline, but loses possession as the Patriots will have a goal kick.
So it'll be Montalbano, Piccoli, and Keith Jacobson checking into the game for the Braves.
So play resumes with a Garrity header near the Braves side of the field, but Braves recover. And now here's Warfield, kicks it up to Garrity, currently controlling, running back towards his side of the field, and gives it back to Hosoffel, who will send it up, trying to get something started, but unsuccessful as the Braves take back possession. So a couple headers right there by the Patriots, but the ref will blow his whistle, the play is dead, and the Patriots will restart with the ball. So a hard collision right there as Hosoffel ran into the Braves player, and it appears Hosoffel will get a yellow card. Didn't look like that bad of a collision, but apparently the ref thought it was, and Hosoffel will trot off the field. So a high arching kick near the goal, but and the Braves still have possession, but the ref, with the call right there, and Chilowitz did not appreciate that at all. Gave the ref a gesture right there, but he missed it. Could have been another yellow card for the Patriots.
Yeah, down 2-0. You don't want to go getting any more penalties. You need to get back into the game any way you can, and that's not a good way to do it.
It looks like number 3, Keith Olson, will take the free kick. I believe it's going to be a direct kick, which means they can take a shot at the goal right here.
So none of the Patriots players look all too pleased with the officiating today's game.
So it is Olson with the kick. No, they fake him out, and number 14 with a great kick. Number 14 would be
John Gould,
whose name we have mentioned a few times, and his father in the stands is pretty happy. As you imagine he would be, as his son's team is now up a commanding 3 goals as it is 3-0, and the way the Braves defense is playing, this game is all but over.
Monty kicks it down near the goal, and that'll go just wide left. So Asmani trying to catch him off guard, but to no avail. So it'll be a goal kick for Indian Hills. So that'll be Olson kicking it to midfield, headed by a Patriots player.
Going back to that previous goal, the Braves just completely faked out the entire Wayne Hills Patriots team, especially the goalkeeper, McHugh, as they thought Olson was going to come up and kick it. And as he did that, you could see McHugh kind of stutter a little, and then Gould just ran up and blasted it over his head.
Indian Hills really just playing flawless soccer now.
So the Patriots still giving a valiant effort as they're controlling the ball, but Garrity lets it get away, it appears, as the ball will stay in bounds, and now it will go out, and it will be Patriots ball.
So Palinci will take it up to midfield and throw it in.
As now Burian, seeing him for the first time today, controlling the ball, as it's sent back to the middle towards Kunzig. And now the Patriots looking for a scoring opportunity, but it doesn't look like anything's happening as the ball will be kicked out of bounds and there will be a goal kick.
Goal kick by Olson to the middle of the field, taken by number 6. Kunzig regains control of the ball.
And now it looks like Indian Hills with another great scoring opportunity, but they let it get away as Warfield successfully clears it. Now Indian Hills once again going at the attack, but Burian covering his man well, forcing him to kick it away.
Demora will kick it to Asmani. Jukes an Indian Hills defender, but Indian Hills will clear it. Indian Hills ball in the Patriots zone. Kick left side of the goal. Missed header by number 9. Shot on goal. Nice save by Chris McHugh.
So McHugh taps it to himself, gains possession, and will punt it past midfield. But Indian Hill's right there to take it back. The ball is kicked up towards Osmani, but looks like Demora will try to run it down. But unsuccessful, as Indian Hills will have a free kick. To take that back, they will have a throw-in. Now Kunzig going against two defenders, but gets it taken away. But out on Indian Hills, so it will remain with the Patriots. Osmani loses possession out of bounds, so possession will switch once again.
This will be number 20, Kern, throwing it in. Polinci takes it.
And now the wind is starting to pick up again as the temperature is dropping even more here.
Warfield along the left side of the field. Phil taking it up past, knocked out of bounds by number 5 for Indian Hills.
Breaking the action. Cody, what do you think of the school year so far?
So far, it's going pretty good.
Just good?
Just good.
You're on the baseball team, right?
Yes, I am.
How's that team looking this year?
We'll be good. We'll be good. Should be competitive. A lot of good games. Lost, I think, 9 or 10 seniors last year, but the junior class from last year, seniors this year, should step in and do pretty well.
Everyone knows the names, Adamo and Monahan. They were household names, but now they're gone. Who's going to step up at both of their positions this year?
A lot of the positions this year still undecided. Joe Ligori, starting third baseman from last year, should step up. He'll be the cleanup hitter this year. Had a good year last year.
So now back to soccer. Looks like Indian Hills with a breakaway, but they call offsides. Indian Hills not happy, but they can't complain with a 3-0 lead. Also back to baseball. Lost a couple pitchers, including DeMarco, right?
Yeah, DeMarco and Aiello, two great pitchers. Both going on to pitch in college. I'm not exactly sure where, but
who's going to have to step up in the rotation this year?
Basically, Nick Russo, who's a junior, will step up. Ryan Horahan, who was second team All-League last year. And then there's a bunch of underclassmen that have some real good arms, real live stuff. Should step in and do okay.
And back to Monahan. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he received a scholarship to play baseball at St. John's.
Yes, that's correct.
So we wish him the best of luck.
St. John's, a pretty good baseball school.
Now the Patriots currently on the attack as Burien controls it with his head, and
be Kegelman, nice save to keep it from going out of bounds.
Currently Garrity doing some work with his right foot, but gives it back to Hosoffel, who fakes out his man and just tries to kick it up the sideline, but there's the Indian Hills defense again, denying him anything.
Nice play by number 9, Chris Piccoli.
So in case you're just tuning in, the Braves currently holding a 3-0 lead in the middle of the second half. And barring a miraculous comeback, it appears they will notch their third win of the season. And Garrity currently looking for a cross, but unable to as it's knocked out of bounds. And Wayne Hills will have a throw-in.
Indian Hills are really just going into the, I guess you would call it the prevent defense here. Just keep the score at what it is.
And it is getting cold.
It is actually getting cold out here. Started off as a really nice day. The sun's starting to go down.
Yeah, we even made a point of commenting how nice the weather was earlier, but now it's quite cold.
Yeah, it's definitely fall.
Now Indian Hills trying to add to their lead, but The ball is cleared out of bounds by the Patriots, so there will be a stop and play.
Be thrown in by Cipriani. Kegelman will take control of it back to the middle of the field. Here's Cuevas.
The Braves trying to get on the attack again, but ball rolls out of bounds. And the Patriots will throw it back in.
So it'll be headed by DeMauro. And looks like it'll be a corner kick for the, or no, a throw-in for the Patriots rather. Cuevas takes control.
Once again, we'd like to remind you, next Friday, Wayne Hills Patriots football team will finally be coming back to Wayne Hills after about 4 weeks on the road to face Old Japan.
Crucial game for the Patriots football team, already with 2 losses. If you have more than 3, you rarely make the playoffs. So, again, a big game for the Patriots.
Yeah, the rest of their season is pretty much a playoff right now. If they lose one more game, they're not making the state playoffs, and that's a rare commodity for this football team, which is the heart and soul of this school.
Football team, the coaching staff does a great job. I mean, Olsen put Andrew Bucci in, rushed for over 200 yards, 5 touchdowns. So they're starting to look good.
They've really been hurt by the absence of Chaz Lynn this year, though. He was supposed to carry that offense on his shoulders, and he went down with a shoulder injury, and now they haven't been able to rebound quick enough, but they haven't completely folded, and they're still in the race for the playoffs.
Chaz Lynn, really the heart and soul of that team. Son of Johnny Lynn, Giants defensive coordinator. He is committed to play defensive back at Rutgers.
I did not know that.
Yeah, just read that in the paper this weekend.
So another key pickup for the Rutgers football team, who is really starting to build a solid program, actually. Last year, they almost knocked off the University of Miami. They were winning in the fourth quarter, but ended up getting killed. And this past weekend, they were up early against Virginia Tech, the number 4 ranked school in the country, but they weren't able to hold the lead as they got blown out. But Coach Schiano down there is doing a good recruiting job, and Rutgers looks like they're turning the corner.
Yeah, Rutgers football program really starting to gain some respect in the Big East, which is a tough football conference.
So now Burien controlling the ball at midfield, sends it up to Garrity, who's all alone, looking for a man to cross it to. But now Burien once again kicks it up to Garrity, but unable to get a shot on goal as Sullivan quickly scoops it up and punts it away.
Most of Sullivan's kicks have just been big booming kicks.
Yeah, it seems the Patriots look like they might be getting something going. Sullivan makes a save and just punts it all the way down to the other side of the field, erasing any hopes of a comeback.
So as the second half starts winding down, it's 3-0 Braves. Shot by Cuevas. Nice stop by Sullivan, the goaltender for the Braves.
And Wayne Hills is able to pick up a late goal to make this game a little more competitive. So right now it's 3-1. Sullivan made a great initial stop, but was caught off guard, laying on the ground, and Wayne Hills tapped it right by him into the left corner of the net.
If I'm not mistaken, that was Greg DeMarco, number 23, the freshman.
So Wayne Hills getting some underclassmen in the game, hopefully building them up for some future runs to success. And now play will once again get underway as Warfield gets it up to Garrity, who is unable to keep it in bounds. And once again, Warfield gets in on the action. Heard his name a lot today. He's been pretty good defensively today, although it might not look like the defense did that great a job of allowing 3 goals. The defense didn't really let up too many of those goals themselves. One was a mistake on the goalie, another on a breakaway. It's just the ball hasn't been going their way today.
Yeah, really just an unlucky day for the Patriots, and what can you say? You just put the game behind you and come out next time and just play your game.
And Garrity with an opportunity, but kicks it over the crossbar. If he'd put that one in, that would have been 2 goals in about a 2-minute span, and Patriots would have been right back in this game. But as we said, the ball just hasn't been going the Patriots' way.
Basically, just you said it right, Justin. Just a lot of bad luck, a lot of close plays, too many penalties, and Indian Hill's great defense.
Swain Hill's bringing all but one man up on the attack, but now that may backfire as it's a 2-on-2. But Warfield gets back in time, and Indian Hills is content with the 2-goal lead and just kicks it up near the keeper.
It's again a 3-goal lead, Justin. I'm sorry, 3-1. Goal just scored by Demoro.
Now here's Warfield again getting a lot of action today, as now he's trying to make something happen himself, taking it up the left sideline, but nearly gets it stolen away. But now Osmani controlling it up to Garrity, working it back to the middle of the field. Crosses it, but Wayne Hills loses possession.
Seems like all the air has really been taken out of the Patriots' sail, just not playing with much enthusiasm now, down 2 goals, time winding down.
Now Gimme sends it up to Osmani, but the pass is intercepted by the keeper, and once again Sullivan with an outstanding play. Can't be too much time left in this game. Probably around 5-10 minutes left in the second half, and the Patriots are down 2. Desperately need a goal here, and they just missed left. Patriots are kind of making this exciting down in the late going.
Hey, if that went in, it's a game again. But Ahmed Osmani you can see he's disappointed. He had the goal. It was a great try, but just came up a little wide.
He missed about a foot left, so that goes in. Who knows what happens, but right now it looks like the Braves will come away with the victory. And now as the Braves see what the Wayne Hills offense is doing, not as content with the lead as they might have thought they were, as they're back on the attack. And the Braves will have a corner kick right now.
Be number 22,
Actually,
Thomas Kraus, on the
went off
throw-in.
the sideline, not the back line, so that was a throw-in. So Indian Hills sends it to the keeper, McHugh, who gets it under control and sends it back up towards midfield, where it looked like Indian Hills committed a handball, and they did. So Osmani, correct that, Warfield will take the kick. So it doesn't look like anyone wants to take the kick, actually, as players are arguing amongst themselves with who's going to take it. And finally, Hosoffel steps up and sends it in the goal box to Osmani, who bounces it off his head out of bounds.
So this will be a corner kick for the Indian Hills Braves. I'm sorry, the Wayne Hills Patriots.
And a nice corner kick set up right in front of the goal. And now Hosoffel will take a shot down to Osmani with a very athletic kick right there. But once again, he misses left, and the score is still 3-1.
Ahmed Osmani playing a pretty good game, just coming up a little bit wide.
By far had the most shots on goal today. I think that was his 3rd or 4th, but he's come up empty all day long. Wayne Hills once again flies the ball over the net, and
This time it was Demoro.
another goal kick is upcoming.
Kick to the left side, and this one will go out of bounds. So the Patriots will throw the ball in.
So as this game is winding down, just under 5 minutes left, I believe. What were your impressions today?
I'm impressed with the Indian Hills defense, a team that really wasn't playing that well coming in, but they're a talented young team. A lot of enthusiasm, just quick, great defense, and the goaltender, Mike Sullivan, just all over the place today.
Tell you the truth, coming into today, I'd heard that this Indian Hills team wasn't all that great. They only had 2 wins, but they showed a lot of heart today. I thought the veteran leadership of this Patriots team would prove too much, but the Braves came out fighting from the first whistle of the game, and they haven't let up as they're still attacking right now with a couple minutes left in the game. So this is a bit of a setback for the Wayne Hills Patriots soccer team, who were having a decent year. They were well over 500, but they're going to suffer, I believe, their 4th loss on the year.
Yeah, I believe the record will be 6-4 after today, assuming an unbelievable comeback.
So Sullivan with another bomb of a kick, easily clearing midfield. And Hozoffel will send it up as it appears the players on the Indian Hills bench are getting ready to celebrate this victory as they're all standing up waiting for the final whistle.
So Kern will throw it in for Indian Hills. Little contact there. Gould with the kick.
Here's the free kick in the goal box, but McHugh, no problem scooping it up and will get ready to punt it towards midfield, where Wayne Hills is unable to come up with the head ball, and it's saved from going out of bounds with a nice kick, but play is stopped, and Wayne Hills will have another free kick. So the ball is lofted off near the goalie, but it's for the most part cleared. But Burien trying to make something happen, but there is the Braves defense again clearing the ball.
Really can't say enough about this Braves defense. Just stellar play all afternoon. Wayne Hills never really got a chance to get into it.
They say offense wins games, defense wins championships, so the Braves are rebuilding. They have the most important factor to win a championship right now.
Tell you, from what I've seen today, this Indian Hills team should be fun to watch next year.
And now we are just awaiting the final whistle, as this game is for the most part over. Once again, just about 5 minutes left. And the ball is cleared by the Braves, but goes out of bounds early, and Hills will have a throw-in. Wayne Hills.
This will be Brad Warfield, number 2.
And once again, Warfield with the throw-in.
Cuevas battling with a swarm of Indian Hills
And
defenders who will clear the
some
ball.
pushing down there, but no call as the ball is kicked all the way upfield. But Hozoffel is there to recover it. And now DeMoro will sprint up the right side. And the ball sails out of bounds off a Wayne Hills defender.
So time winding down here. It'll 3-1 Indian Hills Braves lead over the Wayne Hills Patriots.
So the free kick is taken. But it appears he was offsides. So Wayne Hills will kick it upfield. But the Braves take it back. So the Braves trying to get something going despite their 2-goal lead. Trapped in the corner, though, as he finally loses possession and it goes out of bounds. Not sure whose ball it is right now, but we'll see in a few quick seconds.
Appears it'll be Indian Hills, Matt Vanella with the corner kick.
So Vanilla getting ready to put the ball back into play. A nice kick, but Warfield is right there to head it away. So here's Hozoffel jogging up the field with the ball. Finds Osmani, who is unable to trap it. Pass was a little high.
Osmani looks kind of frustrated out there. Just really nothing to be too happy about for the Patriots.
Little disappointed with the pass he just received. Playing the chip was a little high, but yeah, you got to give him some slack. Frustration building up. A couple near goals he had earlier in the game. And in the end, most likely a loss. Never bodes well.
Just one of those days for Ahmed Osmani.
So 1 minute left in the game. Swain Hill's desperately trying to get a quick goal. And it's kicked out to DeMoro, who gives it back to the other DeMoro. Now the ball sails out of bounds as the last seconds are ticking off the clock. And once again, Patriots fly the ball over the crossbar, and Sullivan and his Braves will have themselves a goal kick.
It's probably the 4th or 5th time the ball has been either wide or high.
So the last 5 seconds are ticking off the clock right now. And there is the final whistle, as the Indian Hills Braves will leave Wayne Hills High School with a 3-1 victory.
Really the story of today's game is the Indian Hills defense. Just very quick, played very great, just like a wall. And their goalkeeper also, Mike Sullivan, the senior, just all over the place. And anything that got close to the goal, he just jumped on right away.
So the next time we'll see you is on the football field when Wayne Hills will take on Old Japan. For Cody, Chrusciel, I'm Justin Rubino signing off.